Happy Thumbs Gaming. Big show.
What's up, everyone? It's Brian with Happy Thumbs Gaming, and today we've got another LEGO Avengers video for you. This one happens to be anger management story. We're going to pick off the trophy achievement called anger management for completing the level, and we're going to actually shoot for that true Avenger requirement of 80k, which seems like a simple task, but if I'm being honest, this level's really short, so spoiler alert, we only get 1 gold brick, so you know what that means. No true Avenger. So it's all good. We'll come back in the free play and grab all that stuff. But once you're ready, let's go ahead and gets to getting. You can see we've got a few characters here. Banner and Thor, Hawkeye, Black Widow, Captain. We got most of the Avenger crew, actually. In fact, yeah, that pretty much wraps most of it up, huh? We've got a little stud trail we're going to follow. And there's this giant ship. And, yeah, so we're going to follow it over there, and we're going to do some investigative reporting. You can see there's a little ladder there with an acrobatic wall. And, but that's not where we're headed, though. The stud trail is actually taking us a little further down the way here. So we're going to keep on keeping on. All right. Right around the second ship, you can see that the blue stud trail kind of hangs a Louie there. And we kind of lost our bearing here. We're going to go ahead and hop on over as Iron Man and fly over to the front side of that second ship. We can see that there is some stuff blocking the view of the name of the ship, so we're not quite sure what ship we're dealing with. We're looking for a specific one here. And we're going to start off by using Iron Man to go ahead and scan. I guess Black Widow could probably do the scanning for us as well. But as it would turn out, I do believe once we do the scan, we find some silver bricks. And we'll go ahead and blast those. Oh, look at that. There's another banana. There's a lot of bananas and pigs in these LEGO games. I'm just saying. I don't know why there's such an abundance of those two things, but there certainly is. If you pay attention, there's a lot of bananas and a lot of pigs. So, anyhow, all right. Destroy the silver bricks with Iron Man's rockets and build the remaining bricks open into a push lever, which then we can actually use to push open the side of this container. It's like a big shipping crate. And inside, guess what? More bricks! We're going to build those up, and we find ourselves a giant fan. That's a little weird. Why do we want a fan? Well, it might have something to do with those. I don't know. I'm not trying to ruin it for you. But, all right, there happens to be a gold wall that we can now access. I think we could always access this. Maybe not. Maybe it just started. But, anyhow, we're going to go ahead and melt it with our heat ray. And it looks like it's a giant anchor. Very appropriate for the ship. And it drops a bunch of bricks, and, well, we can't quite get to them yet, but once they all flash and disappear, we will be able to build them up into a shock panel there. We got a little bit of an electricity panel, so we'll go ahead and switch to Thor and charge up his hammer, and then pump it up, right? You know how this works. Spam that button until that meter's full. Actually, I think you can actually just press and hold that one. But, yeah, then this little weird fan on wheels blows out, and you know, rather than it like blowing away like a normal vehicle with a fan on it would, it just blows away the shrubbery up there blocking the Churchill Great Britain labeling of the ship. So guess what? That's the one. So we know where we're going now. We know this is the one, and ooh, some bad guys. We'll handle these guys here in just a hot second. We're gonna make our way back around the other side of the ship, and ooh, the camera's telling us what we need to do. We're gonna have to get up there and flip that switch, but we'll have to be invisible and sneak by that security camera, which will be no problem for you know who, Black Widow. That's right. She is very, very sneaky, and you might have underestimated her sneakiness. Perhaps. All right, so we're going to get our fly on here. This goes a lot quicker, and we're going to go all the way to the top. We can actually scan even up top here with Monsieur Iron Man. Monsieur, that's not proper. Mr., I guess would be a better say. Tony Starks. All right, so once we get the scan all done, it's actually going to reveal some silver bricks. So turns out we do need Tony in the Iron Man suit up here. And now we're going to go all the way over there and build up this nice little, well, it's a bridge. It's a very awkward-looking, suspect bridge. I don't know if I would trust it. But, hey, Lego bricks are pretty steady once they're locked into place, right? So we'll go ahead and test it out here. A couple of bad guys come out to take us on here, but it's not anything to worry about. We're just going to switch on over to Black Widow and go right up top. And keep in mind, this is all hub stuff, too. I haven't mentioned that yet. That's kind of my bad, but I think you guys have all figured that out. Actually, once we get to that security switch and we flip it, we'll open the door, which is actually, we're going to walk right by it here in a second. Once we get that door open, we can advance inside, and that's when the level will actually start. The cutscene will kick, and then we'll be inside the level. Ooh, that was pretty cool. Spin to win, spin to win. And, but yeah, all right, so that door right there is where we're eventually going to head. And we're going to head up and around now with Black Widow, cue our invisibility, and sneak right in. Like I said, we are very, very sneaky. All right, follow the arrows, the pattern of the arrows indicated. Yours will most likely be different than ours. Maybe not. Let me know down below in the comment if you had the same pattern as I, or maybe yours was different. You know, in the couple of times, like, I've had to replay a couple of levels that have had those, and so far, I haven't had any luck with them being the same. They've always been different. So I don't know if they start the same for everybody, and then the pattern just switches the same, so each time you messed up, it would be the same as me, but different. I don't know if I'm making any sense at all. Anyhow, jump up and around and down, and walk in the door, and we'll go ahead and cue a cutscene, so, oh yeah.
Dr. Bruce Banner was understandably a little hesitant to bring the Hulk into battle with the Avengers, so he and Tony Stark developed a few safeguards in case the Green Guy decided to go on the rampage. The specialized Iron Man Hulkbuster armor can be dispatched from Tony's Veronica satellite anywhere in the world as a last resort. Sounds more effective than mellow jazz, bongo drums, or a big bag of jelly beans.
Lights. Disco lights. Whoa, whoa, whoa. Now, Minister, where were we? Yeah. Strucker's prize pupils. With the man in charge.
Let's talk business.
Want a candy?
Vibranium.
It's worth billions.
Now so are you. Keep your friends rich and your enemies rich and wait to find out which is which.
Tony Stark used to say that. You're one of his.
Don't compare me with Stark.
Aw, Junior. You're gonna break your old man's heart.
If I have to.
Shoot them! Which ones? All of them! Stop him!
Wow, this guy is fast. Thor, how about tricking him into picking up your hammer?
All right, so if you've seen the movie, you probably remember this scene, and it's a quite comical scene, if I am being honest. But it starts off by us using Thor's hammer and attacking the cracked wall right up above Quicksilver there. And then he'll go and chase down the hammer, and of course that knocks him down, and we can run up because he's stunned at that point. And yeah, I know our hammer's quite stunning. It is awfully mighty. But, all right, so once he gets stunned and we take him out, he drops some stuff down below, giving us access to build. Ooh, look at this. It's a shock panel. So we'll go ahead and charge up Thor's hammer again and pump it up. I love this one. Look at that. Fill that circle. Woohoo. And what's it going to do? Oh, it's going to give power to this door, and the door opens up and wait for it. Boom, drops it down. So doesn't quite get exactly where we need it to go, but it does cue us on a scan point, and it also revealed a gold wall that we can melt down here too. So we'll check that out here in a second. First, we're going to make our way back over here, though, with, well, we're going to go up top and scan that. Remember, I showed us the scan up top? So we're going to go ahead and make our way. You can see there's an agility wall here that you could double jump up and grab that handheld, or maybe just use the wall to get up to that level, and then get your scan on. And as per usual, there are 4 little blips that we got to find, and It kind of throws you off. Like the sound effects, I think, is what gets me, because it like goes blah blah before it even does any scanning, and then it does like blah 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 like really fast. So like I'm looking for the scan, and you'd think I'd get used to it, but I'm getting better anyways. I will say that. But all right, this scan, a successful scan that is, reveals another cracked wall up top. So we'll go ahead and target that with Thor's hammer again. And look at that, some vibranium inside. And oh, look at that, Quicksilver sees it again. He's like, nah, I'm not falling for it. Oh, I just can't resist. And gets knocked down and stunned yet again. We can run up and pow him right in the kissa to take down another one of his hearts, which actually kind of scared me for a second. It looked like it wasn't going to take it away, but it was just a quick moment there that it took. All right, then he runs over and stands next to this silver Thor. But it also focuses on some boxes down below. So we're going to go ahead and scan those boxes and see what we find. There's like this big box, and it doesn't look like we can open it, well, at least not yet. And all right, so there's that weird scan thing again, and then there's our 4 points. So I'm just hitting that button and moving my reticle around, kind of hoping that I'll get it, and eventually I do. And look at that, it reveals a Captain America shield switch. So we'll go ahead and target that, and well, maybe we'll target that. Swing and a miss. But we go ahead and we get it on our second try, and it spins up and around and gives power up top, which, what's this going to do? Any guesses? It might have something to do with that joystick behind him. Yep. Oh, look at that. It's an elevator. So we've dropped like this crane claw elevator, what it looked like, down, and opened up a cracked wall spot behind him. So guess what? Third time's a charm. We throw our hammer. Quicksilver cannot resist. Look, he's like, nope, not gonna. Oh, too much. Can't resist. Takes it, and guess what? He is down for the count now, so we're going to go ahead and knock him down one more time. And, of course, Captain America gives him the line from the movie, stay down, kid. And then we've got, we've got this young lady here who thinks she's awfully awesome, which she actually is. She, if you've seen the movie, this is a pretty cool scene here, and they do a pretty good job of duplicating it. But Hawkeye shows up to kind of save the day. Remember that box I told you we couldn't open yet? Well, he comes in and destroys it for us, and that gives us some bricks we can build up into a shield reflect pad. Now, as you can tell, I was going for the wrong gold. You need to melt the gold right below her, and it'll take us right into a cutscene.
Guys, is this a code green?
It's time for some mind games.
Thor, status.
I am mighty. No.
This is going very well.
So the Scarlet Witch has messed with all of our minds, and we all, like, each character has this little moment where they kind of go back and have, like, you know, their worst nightmares, their most living, feared moments of their lives, you know, recreated in this disturbing hallucination. So for the Black Widow, it's the early training days back in, I believe, the Russian training facilities. It's like half ballerina, half kick your face in. I don't know. And then, of course, Captain America, you know, we go back. And in each of these two, I don't know if you noticed, we see Stan Lee. He was playing the piano with some sort of Scarlet Witch stuff around him. I don't know if we need the Scarlet Witch to, so I don't know how that works yet. I don't know the free play stuff. But in the back right, you can see he's actually under like a Hulk. I think so. It's kind of interesting. I don't know if they're going to be like character tokens or if there's more than one Stan Lee to be freed. I don't. That's kind of suspect. But all right, Captain gets his dance on with old Agent Carter. Kind of gets to relive one of the things he actually misses the most. And then you can see here a little not so goodness. You know, everybody's gone. Oh no, what happened? Where'd everybody go? Who turned out the lights? All right, and then we phase on over to Thor, And he's got Hemdall. I can never say that right. It's a funny one. But we walk in as Hemdall, and then Thor walks in. I think that's what happens. It's kind of weird. Like, you don't really get to control this one a whole lot, at least not at first. And yeah, there you go. You walk in as Hemdall, and then all of a sudden you turn around, and guess what? Thor walks up, and then you have your words. That's right. You guys remember this from the movie? This was a pretty intense scene. And all right, now we have to, well, we're backing off. We're scared. We're not as mighty as we thought. Actually, a little malfunctioning. Malfunction. We're shocking everybody. We got studdage everywhere, but we can't grab any of it. I think that's the worst part of it. Then it takes us right into an actual cutscene where Hawkeye saves the day because he's the only one that wasn't messed with, even though she tries, and he gives her the old plunger.
Yeah, you better run.
I'm all right. I want the big one.
The vibranium's getting away.
And you're not going anywhere.
Of course not. I'm already there. You'll catch on. But first, you might need to catch Dr. Banner.
Natasha, I could really use a lullaby. Oh, that's not gonna happen. Not for a while.
The whole team's down.
I'm calling it Veronica. That witch is messing with your mind. You're stronger than her. You're Bruce Banner. Right. Don't mention puny Banner.
Hulk did kind of seem to take offense to that, huh? All right, so we are now in control of Veronica, Iron Man's like super awesome satellite system. It's kind of an emergency thing. A couple different things that it offers here. The first one is we're going to select Hulkbuster and drop the Hulkbuster, and you do have to target Iron Man and kind of fill up a meter while hitting a button. Eventually, the Hulkbuster drops in, and you can hop right into it. And then there's like this sequence where you're battling Hulk, and different icons pop up above you, and you need to rapidly press those. And he gives him the old "go to sleep, go to sleep, go to sleep." But he actually doesn't say it until the end. I was really disappointed that there was a lot of this "go to sleep, go to sleep, go to sleep," but he doesn't actually say it. But then at the end, it saved the day. So we'll get to that in a minute. But you kind of go rounds back and forth. And basically, he eventually jumps up onto this gold kind of balcony thing, and we're going to go ahead and melt that. It takes me a second to figure out which button is which in this Hulkbuster tank, but I eventually figured out, and yeah, nope, we're not trying to pick up and throw rocks at each other. Throwing rocks is bad, okay? But we're going to go ahead and melt it with our heat ray, which just frustrates him, and then it drops us over into Veronica again. Now, we're going to want to select the cage option here, and this time we got to keep the reticle or targeting system there on top of the Hulk, and then continue to press the button flashing down below in the middle of your screen. For us, it was square. For you, it might be what is it, B, I guess? Maybe, I don't know. X is what it'd be. That's right, you Xboxers, it'd be X. All right, once you fill the meter up, the cage drops down, and as you probably remember from the movie, he comes ripping out from below the ground, and then it just upsets him even more. And this time he involves a car. That wasn't very nice. And all right, we've moved a little bit of the scenery, and now we're down here a little bit further. And we go in another sequence here where Hulk's just coming after us, and we have to give him the old rapid button presses with the old go to sleep, go to sleep, go to sleep. And eventually we get to another moment where we grab him. Now, if you remember in the movie, he eventually grabs him with some sort of like handcuff type thing that comes out of his arm, and then he flies off. And we do that, but we don't quite make it all the way out first. There's kind of a secondary moment here. So we'll get to that right after this sequence. So after you go through, I think, 3 more rounds with him, he hops up onto the middle there, and we're just going to go ahead and, no, we actually need to pick up something if I remember correctly. I think we need, oh no, he comes, that's right, he comes down and fights some more. He just gets up there for a second. You might have to use your heat ray to bring him back down. I'm not I'm not 100% sure on that, but eventually we get to hit the triangle button, or the Y, depending on which platform you're on, and it'll take us back up into Veronica, and now we're going to want to use the repair feature. Now, there is an option to warn citizens, and there's 3 groups of citizens that you can actually warn to actually earn a mini kit. But we'll be back, and we'll explain that in full detail in our free play, which we're getting pretty stinking close to. So here we go. We grabbed him with our little handcuff thingy-mabobber there, and we pulled him up, but we didn't quite get out of here like we wanted to. So now we're on a rooftop, and we've got one more little segment or section where we have to continually press the buttons that are indicated. It's another quick time event. And, all right, he's up on us again. Bam! Slam bam! That's right. I guess it was just bam bam, huh? Well, we're going to go with slam bam. That's right. And go to sleep, go to sleep, go to sleep. And you can see that he's still under mind control. If you guys are wondering, like, why Iron Man and Hulk are fighting, if you haven't seen the movie anyways, Hulk is certainly being controlled by the Scarlet Witch, and he is seeing things a little bit differently than we are. So, all right, it'll eventually, Hulk will climb up on this little, I guess it's some sort of a tower here, and we're going to go back up into Veronica, and it's going to give us the option to use gas. So you can see the only one we have not used in this video is the Warren Citizens, and we'll be back for that in a future video. And all right, so we're just basically spamming the gas, and you can see up in the middle, it took me a second to figure this out too. There's a meter that represents Hulk's health, and he's got a lot of health. Keep in mind, this is the Hulk we're dealing with here. So you got to fill up these 3 little bars, and once they're all filled up, he will go to sleep. And guess what? Tony comes in and gives him the old go to sleep, go to sleep, go to sleep, which I will shut up right now and let you go ahead and listen to.
Go to sleep, go to sleep, go to sleep. Okay, pal, we're gonna get you out of town. Not that way, not that way. I'm sorry.
Woohoo! Anger Management Trophy Achievement is ours for completing the level, and free play is now unlocked. So if you didn't have any idea why this level was called Anger Management, you probably have a pretty good idea now, right? All right, so we got a whole bunch of studs, but not nearly enough in order to get what we needed. We did unlock a couple of characters for completing the level, Agent Carter and Heimdall, as well as Madam B. I wonder what the B stands for. She wasn't very nice, so I gotta guess. But anyhow, all right, no, we didn't get a chance to freely. Well, I guess we kind of did, but we didn't have the right character. No mini kits, only 1 gold brick, no red brick. We'll see the collector in a future video as well. So, you know what this screen means. That's gonna wrap it up for LEGO Avengers Level 12 Story Anger Management. Hopefully you guys found this video awesome and maybe a wee bit helpful as well. Head on over to Facebook, Twitter, or simply comment, vote, subscribe down below. If you like what we're doing here, make sure you punch that subscribe button. Helps us put our content right in front of your eyes for your viewing pleasure, of course. And, of course, we've got HappyThumbsGaming.com, too. I don't know if you guys have been there. Not a whole lot of changes lately. Just new content, a couple of stories, trophy achievement guide. You should check it out if you haven't checked it out already. And we do have stickers. You could support Happy Thumbs by getting some Thumbie stickers. Just saying. All right. As for me, that's going to do it for now. I'm going to get to getting. As always, until next time. Go to sleep, go to sleep, go to sleep.